Bristol Hospital continues to host a free monthly geriatric medicine and dementia educational series. It's led by my guest, Dr. Margarita Reyes, and she's so nice to come in advance of every session. The next one's going to happen on Wednesday, and Dr. Reyes is here this time to help us recognize and cope with mood disorders and behavioral problems in people who have dementia. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, glad to have you here to talk about this very sort of distinct problem. Tell me a little bit about just some of the symptoms of anxiety and depression that you see in people fighting dementia.
Symptoms of dementia can include thoughts of hopelessness and guilt, irritability, insomnia, weight loss, and lack of motivation. A person with anxiety may seem restless, frequently pacing, or refusing to leave the home. And depression and anxiety can also lead to behavioral manifestations like aggression in more advanced stages of the disease.
I've always wondered, is that just because people are having a natural reaction to what's happening to them, or is it actually like a physical part of the pathology? It's the disease causing it on a fundamental level.
We don't know exactly, but if you can imagine, Tim, how frustrating it is to not be able to do things that you used to do with ease.
Yes. So obviously you can imagine the toll it takes on the people who are suffering with it. How about the caregivers also?
It definitely leads to a lot of caregiver fatigue. Mood and behavioral symptoms are, for most family members, the most difficult complication of dementia to deal with and manage, especially for persons who are still living at home with limited support.
So what can we do about it? What treatments are available?
So medication should only be resorted to as a last option when all non-pharmacological options have been exhausted. There are non-medical interventions, like I mentioned. There's redirection, routine, PET, music, aromatherapy. They all have evidence to support their use. But yes, there are medications as well to help with the mood and the behavioral symptoms. However, the modest benefits of these medications need to be carefully weighed with adverse effects like falls and sedation.
So there's a lot of options, and that's one of the reasons why, if this is an area you're concerned about, you should go to these free educational sessions. The next one is happening on Wednesday from noon to 1 right there at Bristol Hospital at 41 Brewster Road in Bristol. Dr. Reyes leading the way, as she always does. It's an invaluable resource for so many people. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us again today.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Glad to have you, and we'll see you again next month.